Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationery Island's channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jana and today I'll be showing you 8 Christmas spread ideas for your bullet journal. I've done a video like this before, but those are completely different ideas from this, so I'll link that video in the description box below if you want to check that out. So for the first one, I'm starting with a quote page. I think it's always great to start with a quote just to set the tone for the rest of the month. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I haven't really been in the best mood lately, and I'm working really hard on that because sometimes when your mood is down, you can unknowingly affect others, and I'm not about that life. I want to be that person that lifts people up so high that after talking to me they feel better. But yeah, it's a work in progress, and that's why I chose this quote that says, "Leave a little sparkle wherever you go, so wherever I go and whatever situation I'm in, I can hopefully cheer people up." The next page is sort of an affirmations page. I know Christmas can be quite stressful for a lot of people, and sometimes it can even bring people's moods down. It's just not for everyone, so if you're one of those people who get really stressed around Christmas time, or if it's just a season that you dread so much, I hope this page helps you. So for this, I've just split the page in 4 sections, and I did this by drawing a gift bow in the middle so the page looks like a gift. Then I'll have a section for things that I am, things that I can do, things that I have, and things that I'll do. So this is supposed to help you remember all your strengths and be grateful for what you have, and also motivate you to do the things you want to achieve. Next is a page for your Christmas playlist. I love keeping pages like this just to look back on and see what I used to jam to. For this, I've just drawn a cassette tape in the middle and I've labeled it Christmas Jams. Then around the tape, I'm drawing little musical notes where I can write all the songs. This page is just an example, so feel free to tweak it to your liking. If you want to add more songs, feel free to use a double page spread as well. Up next is a page for all the Christmas films that I aim to watch. For this, I'm drawing a box of popcorn, and then I'm just drawing popcorn where the film titles will go. To make it a bit more Christmassy, I added some candy canes, and that's it. The next page is something that really means a lot to me, which is a sustainable holiday guide. This is something that you can look back on each time you make a purchase for Christmas. I love Christmas. I'm one of those people who get really excited for it in August. My family even used to put the tree up in September because we're that crazy. But as I became more aware of all the single-use plastic and waste we all throw away after Christmas, it started to put me off a bit. But of course, I don't want to be the Grinch. So this year, I'm going to enjoy myself guilt-free by reducing my waste. For this, I'm just putting tips for a more sustainable Christmas. There are many different ways to reduce waste, but these are just a few of my ideas. An idea that I really feel like I need to explain is renting a tree, which is really not as crazy as it sounds. I read an article that says most people don't dispose their trees properly, so even real trees is just as bad as cheap artificial trees that people end up replacing after a couple of years. A good way to be more sustainable is to rent a tree from a company, and all you have to do is look after it until after Christmas, where they can collect the tree and replant it. And some are more obvious, like using recyclable wrapping paper. Try and avoid wrapping paper with unnecessary plastic lining and glitter, and just go for recyclable paper or even a cotton fabric wrap. I personally really like the look of recyclable parcel paper or newspaper as wrapping paper. Another obvious thing is not using single-use plastic like cutlery or Christmas crackers with cheap toys inside that people usually just throw away. And another thing is not using glitter because it's really harmful for the environment, unless of course you get biodegradable glitter, but honestly you can go without it. This might sound really silly, but leaves work great. You can use dry leaves and color them in. I've seen this on Instagram somewhere, I'm not making it up. If I can find it again, I'll link it in the description box below. And lastly, I wrote have veggie meals, but for me it's a no-brainer since I'm vegetarian anyway. I know this isn't always possible for a lot of people, whether it's to do with diet or tradition or just personal choice, so even just eating less meat will help. But obviously feel free to tweak this, not everyone is perfect. I wish I can be 100% waste-free, but I know I'm not, but honestly just trying and doing what you can helps a lot. Alright, so next is a gift ideas page. For this I'm just drawing Christmas stockings, and this one is quite straightforward. You just write your gift ideas in the stockings and that's it. Honestly, my favourite part of Christmas is getting gifts for people, but it can be quite stressful, so it will be really useful to write the ideas and have them all in one place for me to look at when I'm doing my Christmas shopping. Next is an advent calendar. Last year I did a give back advent calendar, which is an advent calendar with things I can do to give back to others. That one is still a really good idea and I'm probably still going to do it this year. But this time I'm doing an advent calendar for relaxation. Just because last Christmas was so stressful for me, I think this year I will need to give myself a bit more TLC and make sure that I'm doing what I can to relax. So I wrote things like taking a bath, doing a DIY spa, watching a movie, just simple things like that. And then I've just cut little squares for the doors and I'm just decorating the number doors for the advent calendar. Then I'm sticking them on with blue tack so I can easily remove the doors without damaging the page. Last but certainly not the least is a gratitude page. I think it's really important to stay grateful this holiday and any day really. I feel that I'm more positive when I take the time to think about everything that I'm thankful for. For this, I'm just drawing Christmas baubles and I'm just writing all the stuff in the baubles and that's it. And finally, here's a flip through of my Christmas spreads all filled in. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. I love reading every single one of your comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We make videos every Wednesday, and that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.